Happy Friday, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average, the average. I was watching Freddie's mouth and it messed me up. I'm the average dude. He's Freddie Blanton. He's got a new computer. I've got a new computer, and now he's going to talk.
I'm so glad you got a new computer.
You are?
Yeah, because you whine so much about your computer issues.
Did I?
You went to the beach, you went on vacation to the sun and the sand, and all I heard about was how you had to do the show from your phone.
From a little tiny, I had to look into that little tiny screen, and now I'm back, and now I've got this nice new Cadillac of a computer. And your camera, let me just say, your camera looks fantastic this morning.
Well, it doesn't have there's no choice for this camera to look this good when I'm in the picture.
Oh, hey, now I know that you stood up a while ago, and when you got up from the desk, the back of your arm, it started trembling and and moving around. I didn't know what was going on.
I got kicked by a horse.
You got kicked by a horse. I think it got you good in the biceps. I saw some names in the comments, and I'm going to it right now. First on the bus. Hey, we got to give it to Gary. It's usually a Gary and Russ race. Good morning to Gary first this morning. Great to see Gary here. Great to see Russ Hammond, Red Wing Shoes, Spartanburg, South Carolina, over 300 episodes in a row. Freddie, you want to do that let's go thing that you do?
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's Friday, so let's go!
Let's get it. It's Friday. I
don't know.
I have a Windows machine. Uh-oh, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I don't know who made the coffee here at the office, but they put motor oil in it.
Oh, I've got the good stuff from Little River. I'm just saying.
Well, you live in a penthouse above a coffee shop.
What can I say, man? When you live in the big life, like the average dude, then that's what you do. I got a Windows PC, and it's an Asus machine, and it's probably a lot more horsepower than I need, Gary. And you could probably show me what to do on this thing. Good morning to DJ. Love the energy, DJ. Paul Pappy is here. It's always great to have Paul Pappy. Jacob is here. Always great to have all these great bus riders. And then I always like for Freddie to say this one.
Buongiorno.
There it is. One day I'm gonna get there. You're good at that. Let's go. Hey, energy in the beginning of the day is a big deal, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. It's ever.
Have you ever walked into the office and everybody seems to be in a not so great mood?
Probably today. It's real quiet.
That's tough. That's tough. Paul Pappy, I'd love to hear what Paul Pappy says. I know they do a lot of, he's got his own company, has for years. He's done a lot of volunteer work and things like that in the community using those resources. I wonder if there's days that he walks into the office when some days everybody's just on fire. Everybody's feeling good. And those days are the best days. And we can't have, I mean, sometimes some things happen that we don't want to cheer, but positive energy goes a long way.
That's it. It's contagious, player.
It is. We all want to feel good. And I had a really good conversation with someone that hopped on the bus yesterday, and he was explaining to me, and we were talking about very often in sales, it's more about how we feel than what we say. Because what we feel and how we feel, they're going to end up feeling the same way. And they want to buy from people that they know, like, and trust, and that they like being around. So if we can find a way to feel good, we're probably going to sell more.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens in the comments.
Well,
Gary,
and it's not only how you feel, it's how you make them feel.
that's right. And when you have proximity and when you feel good, they're going to know it. It's subconscious. They know when you feel good. You can't hide not feeling good, can you? You can't hide it. Talking about coffee, I have a cheap Nespresso machine for the last 3 years. I'm ordering a cheap cappuccino machine from Amazon today. Lifestyle creep. Hey, now let me tell you something. Gary, he knows how to save money. He packs his own lunch. He's not out here wasting money. He says, I have a cheap. I think that just means he gets a good value for it. I would almost guarantee that's what it is. Tuesday through Wednesday, absolutely. Yeah. Tuesday through Wednesday. Positive energy. That's why I'm not in sales, he says. Hey, but it makes a difference. I think we're effective in what we do, no matter what it is that we do. If we can get in there and get everybody on the same page as far as the energy goes.
All right. So you talked about a story before we came on air.
Oh no, he's gonna
Right?
pull me
Yeah.
in the box.
Yeah, because this is important because you ran into a real life, like blood sucking energy vampire yesterday that really could have took your train off the tracks and made it roll down the hill 3 or 4 times. Is this true?
I did run into a situation that I have been evaluating in my mind. Yes.
Tell the people what happened, and let's break it down step by step of how you handled it, the result, what could have happened, what you really wanted to do. There's a lot to unpack here, Danny Allison.
There may very well be. So we'll go there. Even though I have these wonderful little things over here.
Hey, you've got the time right now.
Sometimes
time is a tool.
Time is a tool. So what I will say, I do think that it's important, these little mindset things. I go downstairs. I like to journal. I'll take my phone down there. Sometimes I've got earbuds in. I'm talking on the phone. And I enjoy that in the afternoon. It's a beautiful time of year. Went down yesterday afternoon, had my coffee, was in a fantastic mood. Sometimes things are just going well and the birds were chirping. And I picked up my phone and there was a video on LinkedIn that I wanted to watch. It was a short little video and I hit play and I checked my volume later. It was at half of what the max volume would be.
Almost like if you were talking with somebody, or maybe a little bit lower than that.
Yes. 3 tables down from me, outside of the coffee shop, 3 tables down with the door in between, and you know the setup, right? I mean, we're far away from each other. There's only 2 people sitting outside. And the person says, just out of the blue, because I'm in my own world here. I am working. I have seen this person. And the person says to me, do you have earbuds? And I said, excuse me? And she said, do you have earbuds? And I said, well, I thought she wanted to borrow them. So I started looking for some in my bag. And she said, I've got these on and I can still hear you. And everything, Fred, she had on these, like, it looked like she was skiing. These things were huge. I thought to myself, I can't imagine the way that what this is happening from is getting into your ear. I couldn't even imagine it. And if it is, I'm sorry, but do you have to come at me like any drop of humility would have softened this in a way that it didn't come across incredibly rude, you know? And I just thought to myself, why are we going this far? But I didn't say anything. I said, wow. That's what I said. I said, wow. And
Wow.
I just put my phone down, you know, I just put my phone down and sat there. What questions do you have for me?
So could you have handled it any better? Could you have been real submissive? Would this have made her feel better? Like, oh my, I am so sorry that you're outside and you still heard my video.
You know, I write a lot, as y'all know, I journal a lot. I immediately wrote this down. You know, I don't want to introduce, I don't want her to have a bad day. I don't want me to have a bad day. I thought about her and why she may have responded that way. Maybe I took it wrong. You know, look, I don't want nobody is winning when these sorts of things come up. The quicker we can get over this energy drain, and this is the way that I kind of look at things, because the truth is sometimes I may rub people the wrong way. Sometimes I may be in a bad mood. Sometimes it's coming towards me. Sometimes it's them. But I just try to look at it, because at the end of the day, the real win isn't should she have said it, should she have not have said it. I just want to get back on track because I want to be in a good mood again, Fred. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I don't want to beat her up too much. But now I just couldn't believe I was the way that I was raised. I don't look I will scoot down a little bit more before I go like this and tell somebody to turn their phone down when it's this, when we're out at all with all things that were considered here.
Yeah. We're outside.
We're outside. And so what do you, I'm going to look at the comments now and see if anybody, what anybody else here thinks. Hey, James, good morning. Great to see Vicky here as well. Plumbing drama on a Friday. That doesn't sound good.
No.
Vicky, how can we help? I do know some plumbers, so call me later if you need some help with that. James, great to see you. This is the Energy Bus, John Gordon's Energy Bus. We talk about mindset and we get ready to have a great day, all in 15 minutes. All in 15 minutes. While positivity is great, but someone can't possibly be running on all cylinders at maximum RPM all the time. When I was an individual contributor, I really did not care about how other people looked at me as long as I can deliver what is needed and more. Amen. But as a team lead now, I can't afford to think that. Whether I like it or not, my attitude, especially when I'm in the office, matter to others. So I agree. Wow. What do you think about that?
Nailed it. And then you're going to love Jacob's comment.
Okay, Jacob gets an award today
Yeah.
for that. Hey, no, I appreciate that,
Red
Jacob.
ribbon.
Hey, and you know what I'll say about Jacob? You know, he is courageous enough to be vulnerable and to say what his life story is, what he's up against. And I really believe that being a strong human, being a courageous human, is doing just that. And Gary did the same thing. He's right. Hey, now people are looking at him. They need Gary in a certain kind of way. A leader, it's not all technical. It is very much personal, so that we can encourage each other, lift each other up. A good leader knows that when people feel good, they perform better.
Do you think the individual that asked you or that made the comment realizes that it could have went bad the other direction? Did that ever cross their mind?
No, I think it was in the moment, and there was an initial frustration. You know, that maybe, you know, one of the things that I thought about is maybe there was a time when it was just it impacted her. It was a moment. What is this guy do? Here's what was in her mind. You know, one of the interesting things that I do, or I say it's interesting, one of the things I like to do is ask AI what may have been in this person's mind. You know,
Yeah.
just what you just asked. And basically it tells us, because we're all playing the same game. People get frustrated over different things. And in her mind, She thought that I should have had my headphones on, and she didn't think that maybe it's a 30-second video and it doesn't make sense to have block out the birds so that I can hear a 30-second video. But she didn't think about that. She's just going to respond. And we all do that, but it also tells us to think, not to judge and get into someone else's world and mess up their day, which in turn messed up her day because it became uncomfortable and we both left not as good as we came. So, Daniel, energy drain. We rarely win if we buy that ticket to someone else's roller coaster. Amen, Vicky. We can look at their face and tell it ain't a fun ride. There you go. There's no win by lower. That is it. It's not a fun ride. I love that. Fred, we're over time, but in the future on Fridays, y'all, we're going to stretch this out. I want to start interviewing people, talking to people. Sometimes Fred will be able to stay in. We're going to call people. I want to start doing some fun things on Friday. Fred?
Sounds good. You were a fantastic example, Daniel. And here's what needs to happen in those situations. Just be a little more patient with somebody. And then it's okay to ask somebody with kindness if you need something done. Or if you would prefer something to be different.
I was hesitant to tell that story because I don't any little bit of humility in that. It came across very reactionary towards me, like I had done something really wrong. You know, that's what really added to this. Russ Hammond says this. I'm going to end it with this final thought. You never know what people are going. Everybody's going through life, and life is not easy all the time, but it is a great thing, and I'm glad we got good bus riders to do it with. Fred,
you could have turned your head. Ma'am, I'm the average dude. So, not the right way to talk to me.
Do you know who I am?
I have 25,000 LinkedIn followers. Okay, lady.
I've been interviewing people. Oh man. Hey, what is FAFSA weekend? We're gonna have to all look that up. But hey, Gary, you have a great weekend.
Gary, enjoy your homemade lunch today.
Enjoy it. Hey, have a great day. We will see you Monday. Let's roll. Bye.